Adrian is not trustworthy.
No, that's going to be the opening right there. 27 seconds in, that's our intro. Welcome to In the Library with
Marsha
and Adrian. Today is April 21st, 2023, and the current time is 11:07 p.m. All right, today with us we have special guests.
Regina Manning.
Jenn McCarty.
Welcome.
Wonderful. These are our special guests from the Ellis Branch. And I was just going to have you both maybe share a little bit about your titles or what you do there. And we can talk a little bit about that first.
Okay. My name is Regina. I am a reference librarian at Ellis. We're on the second floor there, so don't forget us. Come and see us. We help everybody do research, genealogy, local history, working on papers, whatever you can think of. We probably get that question.
Perfect, yes.
I am Jenn McCarty. I am the Ellis Circulation Supervisor, I think is technically my title.
Well, you wear many hats. You both wear many hats.
It's a weird title.
Yeah.
I am in charge of the first floor of Ellis, so the circulation department. Yeah, I don't know what I do. A lot of things.
You do a lot.
I know. But when you're put on the spot, it feels like nothing. And then all of a sudden you start thinking of,
I hang out.
You make sure doors work. You make sure, let's see,
toilets. Oh, that's funny. So yes, upstairs and downstairs of the Ellis Library. And now we say Ellis, but if our listeners are not familiar, again, it's named after a donor, Robert Ellis. But I like to tell people, it's across from the fairgrounds. That's my mark, especially out in this part. If you're from this area, the Bedford area, I always say, over across from the fairgrounds. It's not too far.
Yep.
Do you have any questions? Now, Adrian asks the really in-depth questions here. So, Adrian, do you have any questions to add?
Absolutely. So if I could ask each of you, what is your favorite dinosaur?
Oh, boy.
You know what? I have an answer because I have kids.
I was going to say boys. You have the boy mom.
And so I'm going to go with Mosasaurus, which is, I don't know if it's technically a dinosaur, but it's an aquatic. It's the largest underwater creature of the Jurassic or one of those periods. Yeah, and that's so I'm going to go off topic already. This is fun.
Nope.
During COVID, I started a thing with my kids where I would go, okay, at bedtime, let's do a hug and a kiss and a good night wish. Like this cute little thing that I thought could become, like a family, like little tradition. And somehow it's morphed into good night fish, which it's also morphed into, I'm going to pick a fish that's bigger than your fish.
Oh, nice.
And so that's become the default now for all of us. Just Mosasaurus, because it's going to beat your, because Brian always goes piranhas and Harry's mad about it.
Yep. Like, I love you to infinity. Like, you just jump right there. Like, forget it.
Yeah, now it's, but occasionally they'll be like, piranhas riding Mosasauruses.
So funny, yeah.
So
like with a little kicker. I love it. I'm looking that up later. I can't picture. I don't even know what one looks like, so I'm looking that up. Regina, how about you? Do you already have an answer for this too?
No, not really. Velociraptor.
Oh yeah, there you go. No, that's what I would pick too.
Do you have a favorite dinosaur, Marsha?
I probably am just going to go with T-Rex. Why not? Old school. How about you? What's yours?
For everyone listening, my favorite dinosaur is the Ankylosaurus. Oh. All right. If you could only eat one food for the rest of your life, what are you eating?
Ooh. I'm going to cheat and pick a genre of food. Pasta.
Like Italian, yeah,
pasta.
That's good. Yeah. I would say that too, or like pizza. I was just going to go with pizza. I know people get sick of it. I'm not one of those people.
Carbs.
yeah, carbs, please. What's your favorite food?
All of them?
Yeah, same. I'm on a seafood diet too. I see food, I eat it.
Tacos.
Ooh.
I think I'll go with tacos.
Okay.
Yeah, street tacos specifically.
Ooh, yum.
Yeah.
I won't go super in depth on this, but I once took a 24-hour train ride to get a taco.
I feel you.
That's great. Yep. Pizza for me.
Pizza.
Or pasta too. Carbs.
I'd probably go with pizza or tacos. Both pretty good. Did you have another serious question you wanted to ask?
Well, I mean, I don't know about necessarily serious, but are there any upcoming programs that you'd like to talk about? I mean, this probably will air maybe Monday, but I mean, if it's happening this weekend, we can probably skip it. But anything maybe in May? Is there anything you'd like to tell anybody about to come visit at the library, to come see?
Well, we are in May continuing. We started in March and we skipped April, but we're continuing in May. We're having a paper crafts club we're going to start, and it's the third Thursday of the month. The next one's on May 18th at 6:30.
Okay.
And the last time we did junk journaling. And so we provide a lot of things. We provide notebooks and a lot of stickers. I mean, all kinds of things we have there that we've collected. But then feel free to bring whatever you want to work on. And we just set up in the programming room, and we have scissors and all kinds of stuff. And we just sit and play and talk and have refreshments. It's really fun.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
That does sound like a good time.
This upcoming Thursday, so that'll be April 27th, if you're listening to this very timely, we are doing a program we stole from the Bedford Branch, a painting remix.
Oh, yes.
So
you asked, the listeners asked, and you shall receive.
We're doing that. So that's coming Thursday, and we have spaces available for that. Going into May, we've got a couple of cool things. We're doing a beginning gardening class with Rachel from the 1870s Homestead blog. So she's going to give people some, basic tips on how to get started with gardening and, how to do that fun stuff, which I don't know. Like, I want to be outdoorsy and do that kind of stuff, but no, I don't.
I want to watch other people do it.
Exactly.
Me too. Cheer them on.
Slightly less fun, but the next day, May 9th, we're having the Alzheimer's Association of Michigan is presenting a program called the 10 Warning Signs of Alzheimer's. So not exactly upbeat information, but still important. So that could be, if anybody is concerned about that or dealing with that right now, that could be a really cool, not cool, but informative, helpful program. And then we also have a blood drive coming up on May 19th. And I know we still have quite a few spots open for that. So if you want to donate blood, we would love to have you at Ellis. If you go to the Red Cross's website, it's donor code Ellis Library to find us, or you can just search,
Can you call the branch to get on the schedule? Will you schedule them, or do they just do it on their own?
I can, yeah.
Okay,
if someone wants to call, I can do that.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, you can just do it yourself.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Or it's 1-800-GIVE-BLOOD, I think is something like that. You can call the number.
Usually the regulars know, but if you're new to giving blood, you're certainly welcome to get on the schedule too.
Also in May, a couple of ongoing things that we have. Once a month, we have the Civil War Roundtable, where it's a different conversation every month on Civil War or sort of related topics. So the next one will be May 11th, and they are, I'm going to look up the actual title of it. It's called Heart in Tatters. Eunice Hunt, Tripler, and the Civil War. I can't read.
Okay.
So Charmaine Vavjinyets is our Custer curator, and she always has incredibly awesome speakers that will come out to those. This one is an author who has done a lot of research on this, so those are always, if you are all interested in that time period, those are always really incredible programs, and those happen every month. So
that's another, I was actually going to bring this up, and I'm glad you said that. That's another top secret gem that I love about Ellis is the, I don't know that it's top secret, but the Custer room and the Custer collection. That's really, that's kind of worth the trip out there anyway. Like you said, come upstairs, don't forget about us, of course. Certainly the reference department, but even the Custer room itself is this whole kind of worth the price of admission, just to check it out for sure.
The collection it's not an open collection. You do have to actually
make an appointment.
You have to make an appointment
right.
with Charmaine. So if you are interested in that, you can call and ask for Charmaine, and she'll hook you up with that.
Sure.
But
people drive from all over to come see that. So
we literally have had Pulitzer Prize winning authors in there doing research, and Charmaine has helped a ton of people write books. And
I know, I love that.
Yeah,
I love that. So if that's your, like you said, if that's your genre or your, interest, for sure, check that out.
And even if you're not, I'm not a Civil War buff by any means, but the Civil War roundtables are always really, really interesting. The speakers and the presenters that she gets are always super dynamic. It's always, and if you are at all interested in history at all, they're always really great programs.
Even the conversations before and after the programs are fascinating. Everyone talking.
Yeah, I love that. I love that that's a regular thing with so many different speakers that come and all the things that they bring. That's wonderful. Do you have anything?
I have a couple more questions that readers have submitted that they desperately want to know. Would you rather own or be a dragon?
Hard-hitting stuff this morning.
Own one, like a pet. I'm going to say own.
Yeah, I think I'd rather own one.
I think own too, and then the fire can keep me warm in the wintertime and stuff. There's a lot of things there.
I think if I was a dragon, I'd be like demolishing cities and stuff. I think it'd be safer if I just had a pet dragon.
Fair enough. What is your favorite smell?
Ooh.
Favorite smell?
Lilacs or pink roses?
I really like clean laundry.
Oh, yeah.
And like a fire pit.
Oh, those are
like
good
fire.
ones. Those are good ones too.
I think I like baked good. Kind of smells
yeah.
like vanilla.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sugary, sweet.
Luckily, they make candles in all those fragrances.
do.
I don't know about campfire, but I do kind of like. Do they?
do.
Okay, I've not seen that.
Some incense.
That's funny. I haven't heard that, so I love that.
It's much more successful than my failed line of teenage gym socks.
Hey, you didn't answer either about dragon. You want to be one or have one as a pet? Forgot to ask you.
You know what? I'll go ahead and be the contrarian, and I will be the dragon. And my favorite smell, well, obviously, teenage gym socks are out, so we'll go with maybe a toss-up between fresh baked bread and rain.
Oh, nice.
Oh, yeah, those are good too. Yeah.
So, one last question that listeners have desperately wanted to know. If you had to present for an hour with no preparation, what would you talk about? 60 minutes with no prep time. How are you going to fill it?
Yikes.
Well, that's called extemporaneous at the fairgrounds.
What do I know a lot about?
I mean, I can talk a lot about movies, I guess.
Oh, that's good.
Movies and television, but an hour? I could probably do it.
All right.
Yeah. I feel like, probably something very pop culture-y.
It would have to be not current television, though.
like 80s, 90s. So, what's your favorite movie?
Oh, I have such a hard time with
We
it.
said that too. We
just
said
were
that on here
talking
before
about
too.
this
We
the
almost
other
need
day.
like genres. Like
Yeah,
I can't just pick
I
one. But
I have a whiteboard in my office, and I was doing this or that questions. So
Oh,
it's like super
fun.
easy. People could just
Yeah.
come in and, tally mark it there, whatever. And this week I put up a question of the week, what's your favorite movie? And only 2 people have answered it because I think it's just too hard.
sure.
Yeah, I think if I were going to talk, I'm going backwards. If I was going to talk for an hour, I'd just take you through Veronica Mars. Tell
There you go. There you go.
Because I think I could
How
give
everyone is
I could probably
interrelated
quote
and-
it.
Yes, I think
That's
you can.
great. That's great. That's a little surprise to me, but I like it. I like hearing that. That's fun.
Yeah.
What's some of your top
I think
movies?
overall, my favorite movie I'd have to say is Amelie.
Oh, okay.
Closely followed by Step Brothers.
I see where you went with that. I mean,
Both deep, thought-provoking films.
that's great. That is so wonderful. Oh, I love it. I love it. One other thing I was going to mention about Ellis, I mean, obviously you guys know a lot more about the place, but maybe not for long. I was going to talk about it being a government document receptacle. That's also the only branch that is, and is something for Monroe County. Do one of you want to expand on that a little bit?
Sure, we've both had our hands in the
Exactly.
document collection.
Yeah, sure.
Majority of the documents are actually digital, so we don't get as much in paper as we used to, but we get the Code of Federal Regulations, which is something that we get every year, or they update pretty regularly, and we always have those, so that's a fun, very in-depth, literally all the codes of the country. We get some cool stuff, like we'll get maps from state parks, or not state parks, national parks. We'll get that kind of stuff. We'll get military, I want to say books, but I mean it is.
Sometimes it's a history,
Yeah.
sometimes a lot of reports, okay, things that they analyze after, how things went down or how money was spent,
Yeah.
kind of an overall.
And are these items that can be just checked out or just looked at the library? Or
There's
how
a
does it work?
variety.
Yeah,
Okay,
we
a
have
little of everything. Sure.
So when things do come in, like I said, we don't get as much in physical paper copies as we used
Right.
to. But when it does come in, we look at it and go, do we want this to go in the reference collection, which would just stay upstairs and would be,
Sure.
reference.
Only
Certain things are circulation. Like there's some stuff that we make circulation automatically. We'll get
publications and things.
certain
like that.
publications. We get updated civil. I can't think of the actual official word. We get immigration tests. We'll get
okay, sure.
We'll
Yeah,
get
civil service.
Yeah, and we'll get updated. They'll send us flashcards
Okay.
to help study for that.
Sure.
So those automatically are always circulation, so people can actually use them.
And some practice
And
questions
yeah.
to give people an idea what
And
to
then
prepare for.
everything else just gets. We have a certain section of the library where they're not actually. If you search our catalog, they're probably not going to come up, but the things are back there. We have, because of Monroe County, we do have nuclear stuff. We'll get nuclear records. We
Okay.
don't get a whole lot of that anymore, but,
No, but that's
we do
also
have
cool. And like you said, custom to us.
it. Yeah. So it's kind of
That's
neat
cool.
to see what we have, and it's kind of a cool.
Yeah, that's another
It's
thing that people
different.
might not know about.
It's
I was trying to
definitely
think of some
different.
things that they wouldn't know, but I was thinking of government documents and the Custer collection. What is your favorite thing about working at the Ellis Library? Inquiring minds want to know. Asking for a friend.
I think I really love that it's different every day. It's not the same thing. Some days you'll be helping someone do intense research, and then one day you might help a little kid find a book that they really like. I just like
The
that
variety.
it's different every day. And it keeps me on my toes, keeps me learning, which I really enjoy.
I'm going to say 2 things because
Okay.
I not going to just pick one.
Sure.
The location is beautiful. We're right on the river.
Yes.
It's gorgeous. It's so nice. We've been doing a lot of outdoor programming, which is fun, and watching that grow, and the stuff that we're getting out there is super cool. Like our location
Like the
is
1,000
gorgeous.
hours outside is happening there. Writers on the River. Jackie's not here, but I was going to talk about that too. When you said the view, that reminded me about that. It's a great location for that.
It's just beautiful.
It's literally on the river.
The other thing, and I mean, I think probably every library will say this, but the people.
I know. It's true.
We
It's
have
true.
Super amazing staff. I love them all.
I have to agree.
Oh, that's wonderful. More questions?
Going back a minute, she mentioned they get flashcards.
Yes.
I've been studying some flashcards at home. I almost have my times table up to 6. Coming up on May 2nd, we've got the Bedford Birthday Bash from 3 to 5 p.m. at the Bedford Community Room. Bedford was created by Legislative Act on March 23rd, 1836, but it did not elect a supervisor or hold a township meeting until May 2nd of that same year. So come join us as we celebrate Bedford's 187th birthday. There will be a performance by the Bedford Community Players.
And cake.
And cake.
There will be cake. Let them eat cake.
I'm coming.
So think spring. Hello, spring. We've got lots of spring programs going on in your library. By the time you're listening, our Earth Day houseplant giveaway seedlings will be over. That's happening Saturday, or happened this past Saturday. However, we do have a houseplant library, so you can still come in and get houseplants anytime. On May 11th is mushroom hunting, walk and talk. On May 13th is seed bombing. That's fun. And on May 27th is the composting class. Those are just a few, but there's a lot more, and spring has just begun. You can also shop from our seed library, which is a former card catalog, and it's super fun. And we have garden beds that you can check out if you want to try your hand in gardening.
Can I take them home with me?
Sure, you can check them out. Like, just load them up, take them home.
Sounds good. Will they fit in my bike? I'm kidding. I've never been outside.
We keep them chained to a desk.
Okay, so as of the time you're listening to this, it's probably cutting it pretty close, but if you're interested, Friday, April 28th, 2023 at 6 p.m., we'll be having the send-off for the Bedford Weekend Film Festival. We invite you to get a team together and come out. We will give you everything you need to make a short film, which will then be screened on Saturday, May 13th, 2023 at 2 p.m. We will give you a genre, a prop, all the stuff you need to make your short film to be displayed.
Will they be able to see the sample ahead of time or just that day?
We hope. Also on May 13th, the same day as the Bedford Film Festival screening, we will be having grown-up gaming night from 5 to 8 p.m.
Bring a friend, bring a game. That was a huge success the last time. I've already had people asking repeatedly when it is and if we'll be there. So now another thing coming up is Saturday, May 6th is the Royal Tea. So if you want to celebrate the coronation of King Charles III, just like with us, like a proper Brit, and tea, come on over to the Bedford Library from 1 to 3 on Saturday, May 6th, which I think is the actual day of the coronation, right?
It is.
Okay, perfect. So
What's a coronation?
come on out and get some tea. The crowning of the king.
I thought it was
Official.
a flower.
Or a dance, high school dance. Coronation ball. I don't know if they still have those. Do they even have this? They did when I was in school. I was on the court, but I don't think that's a thing anymore. Do they have coronation balls anymore?
No, I don't think so.
All right. Dating myself, aging ourselves.
Isn't the coronation the thing in the back of your eyeball?
Or what, or on the cob.
Oh, coronation on the cob.
Yes.
Put that on
Yum.
the grill.
Yum.
Anyway, neither here nor there. Last thing from me. PowerPoint Basics will be going on Thursdays in May, starting May 4th, 11th, 18th, 25th. It's from 2 to 3 p.m. We will walk beginners through how to use Microsoft PowerPoint. Sign up online. That'll be led by me, probably.
That's what I wondered. Did you not want to talk about this when I saw you threw him out of the way? Okay. So I'll just really quickly go through the regular kid stuff that we have going on, or for all people, I guess. Chess Club, that's yours if you want to talk about that. That's for all ages. That happens every Tuesday. Adrian, you got more to share?
Chess Club may be going on hiatus for the summer. We're going to see how that pans out. Last day of school is coming up in early May. But come on out. Enjoy it while we can.
Sounds good. And on those same, you can come for Chess Club and stay for Lego Club. And then on Tuesday the 25th, if this is out in time, really pressed for time, is a family scavenger hunt. We still do pause for pages. The first Thursday of every month, you can come and read with therapy dogs.
And we do need you to come out. The dogs still cannot read.
They've been practicing with them all school year. It's not getting better. Create a Lego obstacle course. This is on Saturday, April 29th. This will be sponsored by the robotics team, the girls' robotics team.
That's the worst because like just dodging the Legos because they'll also tear your feet up. Create an obstacle course, just spread them.
Spread them out. It's like a tack strip. And the Sunshine Acres Reading with Rabbits. Those are still happening on Mondays. I think through the summer, they are going to continue every Monday through the summer. I think that program is going to continue on.
On the subject of rabbits, if you like creature features, we're having a creature feature double film fest coming up at the end of May. I believe that'll be on May 27th. We will be having them involving giant ants and Night of the Lepus involving giant rabbits. Come on out.
Oh,
that'll
perfect.
be fun.
That's a great segue. Then the children will be scared to pet and brush and tend the rabbits. Can they tend the rabbits, Adrian?
We'll talk about this after the podcast.
Was there anything else that you would like to share about yourself or about the library or something that we haven't already covered? What would you like to share on this podcast? What do you want the listeners to hear?
I got nothing.
Nothing. We want you to know nothing. Top secret. Well, I mean, I was just going to ask if you have any new staff joining you.
Funny you should ask.
I didn't know if this was the time or place, but I thought about bringing it up here. Should I or shouldn't I?
For you listening out there, In the Library with Marsha and Adrian is looking for a new co-host. So if you are interested in co-hosting with me, we are looking for an interesting and energetic co-host for In the Library with blank and Adrian.
Well,
send me an email.
Well, he did ask if we were going to be able to continue this, and I said, I'm not sure yet. I don't know the schedule, but
I would think so.
Okay. So yeah, so you might not be rid of me so easy, Adrian. So easily, I'm still around.
You just might have to promote some Ellis stuff.
For sure. Well, I mean, it is in the library. It doesn't have to be specific to one branch. We can just tag team it. You want to be rid of me? Look, he wants me done. He wants me gone. Look at his face. He does want me gone.
To everyone listening out there, I do not have a face.
All right. Well, anyway, yeah. So I am excited to come over and join your team and spend some time there and learn more about Ellis and be a part of your fabulous staff. So
You're super excited.
I'm excited. So if we leave this,
We are going to enjoy our harmonious staff before we get Marsha in the building.
before he shakes things up a bit. I know that's what everybody's like. What are you going to do there besides shake everything up at Ellis? I'm like, I know. I think they're scared. Is the word going out? Have you sent out warnings? Have you guys been sending warnings?
Everybody's excited.
That's next week's plan.
You have a staff meeting before the arrival.
One a day. Don't look her directly in the eyes.
It's like there's disaster training.
Don't feed her after midnight.
And then there's here comes Marsha trainings that are
Don't get her wet. She's a gremlin.
There we have it. I don't know if we're leaving this in or not because I don't really know. I mean, I thought this might be a fun place to announce it, but I don't know.
I have nothing to add. I have no face.
He can no longer talk without his face. Well, yeah, so if you have nothing more to add, I just want to say thank you for being here today. So hopefully this does continue in some form, whether it's Marsha and Adrian or blank and Adrian. Apparently, I'm getting booted.
All right. This has been In the Library with
Marsha
and Adrian with special guests.
Regina.
And Jen.
And the current time is April 21st, 2023 at 10:44 a.m.